Hello, everyone. This is Big Dan with Southern Extreme Podcasts. Just wanted to hop on here, and we're going to be talking about a little bit of Louisiana Tech Bulldog softball, and we're going to talk Conference USA. Today is Monday, March 4th, 2024, and this next weekend is going to start Conference USA play. So I just wanted to kind of go over how the teams are doing, their record, where they stand right now, things like that coming into this weekend. So not to bore you too much, but Louisiana Tech, and the standings, they're right now they're at the top of the standings at 12-4. UTEP is 14-5. Western Kentucky is 13-6-1. New Mexico State is 10-9. Sam Houston's 9-9. Florida International is 11-12. Liberty is 9-10. And Middle Tennessee State is 8-13, and Jacksonville State is 7-12. That's how the standings go. That's just overall. Of course, conference play starts this weekend. Now, coming into this weekend, though, now we have as far as the batting averages and stuff like that, I just kind of wanted to throw that out with the ERA too. Louisiana Tech has 6 players that are batting 300 or above. Now, one is Caroline Easom. She's batting 298, but I threw her in there. So they have 6 players at 300 average or above. That's basically starting or playing a lot of games. Western Kentucky has 5 players. UTEP, they have 5 players batting 300 in their starting lineup right now. Middle Tennessee State has 3. Jacksonville State has 3. Florida International has 3. And then you got Sam Houston, and New Mexico State has 2. And Liberty has 1 batting 300. So a lot of this is scheduled. You play a lot of slack teams sometimes, but Liberty's been playing some very tough teams. So you have to kind of balance that out and take at it a little bit. But once conference play starts, that'll all work itself out. But anyhow, coming into this weekend as far as pitching goes, now Tech, they're at the top of the standings on ERA at 1.73 coming into this weekend. Western Kentucky is 2.31. UTEP is 3.08 ERA. Middle Tennessee is 3.69 ERA. Florida International is 3.73. New Mexico State is 3.83. Jacksonville State is 3.95. Sam Houston is 4.21. And Liberty is 4.26. So that's how your ERAs are looking coming into basically starting a conference play, which most of them will play a midweek game, middle of the week game. Now this weekend, Tech will be facing off in Ruston against Sam Houston. They'll have a 3-game set there. Like I say, and Sam Houston's at the bottom, next to the last, 4.21 ERA, and Tech has the best at 1.73. So that'll dictate a lot of it. We'll see how that plays out. And of course, Sam Houston, they got 2 kids batting 300. Tech basically has 6. So we'll see how that comes out to play this weekend. And now UTEP, they'll play Middle Tennessee State. So Middle Tennessee State is at 3.69, and UTEP is at 3.08 on ERA. So that's pretty close. We'll see how that works out. UTEP has 5 players in batting 300. Middle Tennessee State has 3. So that's going to be a good face-off, I believe. Western Kentucky, they'll be at New Mexico State this weekend. Now, Western Kentucky, they have a 2.31 ERA versus New Mexico State has a 3.83. So there's a pretty good bit of difference there. Now, of course, Western Kentucky, they got 5 players that are batting 300 or better on the starting lineup. And then New Mexico State, they have 2 players. So a little lopsided there, but we'll see how that works out. Florida International, they will be playing Liberty this weekend. Now, Florida International is 11-12 overall, and they have a 3.73 ERA. They have 3 players batting 300 or better. Liberty, they are currently 9-10, so they're right next to each other in the standings overall. Florida International, like I say, they're 3.73 ERA. Liberty's 4.26. So Florida comes in a little bit better ERA. And then, let's see, Florida International, like I say, they got 3. Liberty only has one player, batting 300. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, Jacksonville State, they don't play a Conference USA game this weekend. They're at Georgia Bulldog Classic. And they'll have a couple games against Furman and 2 games against Georgia. And then they have one more game against someone. But anyhow, that's how Conference USA is going to be shaking out this weekend. So we'll see how that all shakes out, and then I'll get back, touch base with you. But like I say, Tech, this past weekend, they had a great tournament, I believe, down at LSU. They lost to Illinois 2-1, first game out of the chute, then won 4-2 the second game against Illinois. They ruled McNeese 8-0, and they beat San Diego State, and then lost to LSU 2-0. So they had a good showing, did great. Pitching was awesome, but anyhow, they're doing great now. Louisiana Tech they're about 39th in the nation on ERA, so they're doing good as far as all the pitching and hitting and everything, really. But their pitching is outstanding right now. If it can hold up, that'll be great for the conference play. But anyhow, we'll see. I appreciate you listening. If you would, like and subscribe. And I'll be back next week, let you know how everything went over the weekend, getting ready for the second weekend. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.